Spiritual contract revocation for all architectural programming. I call forth a proper spiritual court of equity to hold space for the declaration of the I Am presence. I am in this ever-present co-creative, procreative moment. I call forth all of the I Am selves so I may find remedy and resolve with all foundation architectural programming. I call forth the founder beings of Earth. I call forth Earth Mother and all other beings holding space for unity consciousness. I call forth all ancestors, past, present, and future, to hold space in this spiritual court of equity. I call forth all the programming of all architecture to be removed from my no-time presence. I call forth all foundation architecture programmers, past, present, and future. You are hereby removed from any and all service, past, present, and future. I hereby delete all foundation architecture programming of the entire system of domination and control. I do not consent to the insertion of any programs that is not in complete and total flow with unity consciousness. I demand instant and total removal of all programs from my soul matrix, I Am presence, and all other versions of me existing in this dimension, time stream, or any other dimension or time stream in this universe or any other universe. I do not consent to any foundation architectural programming that resequences my DNA to match or mismatch my DNA for soul family representations. I demand the instant cessation of all attacks in this time stream and any others I Am may exist on. I do not consent to any covert or overt move through unprotected proxies or protected proxies. I do not consent to the use of any type of program insertion system in any way, shape, or form. I hereby declare in the mighty I Am presence, I accept no part, bit, byte, or soul formatted language that creates a backdoor for off-world alien architecture. I do not consent to any off-world interference. I do not consent to any form of manipulation for the purposes of creating victims or victimization programs. I do not consent to any form of architect programming that causes me to do any harm to any sentience in any way, shape, or form. The idea of sacred space defines itself on many planes of existence. It represents the human need to have possessions that help ground us in the world. Sacred space is the room we give ourselves to be. We learn at a young age about beliefs people hold to be true. We continue to learn about others' sacred space. At times we get confused about what is your sacred space and what is others' sacred space. It's time to mark your space with your essence, your love, and your human needs. It asks you to know where you have given permission to be in your sacred space. It asks you to tell those who are not welcome to leave. It asks you to stand up to your convictions and respect your sacred space. Enforce the rules you have set up. Release the rules that have allowed others to steal the serenity of your sacred space. It asks you to honor the sacred point of view you have been co-creating with Mother Earth. The way of two-legged has come to a generational jump in wisdom once again. Every human being incarnating on this world has a great journey ahead of them. This next leap into evolution is similar to the process of returning home to that sacred space within each of us. This place of newfound innocence in the great web of life that interacts with all living things. Our two-legged habit patterns have changed so much in the last decade alone, one can barely recount all the changes in one sitting. Here are a few: cell phones and all the extended ways of communicating and conversing with cultures worldwide. Computers and internet connecting two-leggeds in a world, in a global market of information and a monetary exchange for goods and services. Cable and satellite broadcasts connecting the global ideas of entertainment and learning to even the most remote areas of Earth Mother's spine. 24/7 news stations recounting the smallest detail from the smallest corners of the world. All these new tangible and intangible things weigh down two-legged spirit, diffusing the Earth Mother's energies with two-legged desires before their need. When our needs are not understood on a primal connective level with the place we live in, a separation begins to take hold. Separation procreates an uneasiness that eventually devolves the human spirit into a distilled human essence, trying to figure out what is real and what is not real. This unending process continually breaks Mother Earth links to her children and grandchildren. Time is a paradox stretching between past and future that have no reality except in our own minds. The idea of time is a convention of thought and language, a true social agreement. Here is the deeper truth. We have only this moment. You can think and visualize the past and future, but you only can live in the present moment. Time is a social agreement dating back to the dawn of mankind. This agreement has been passed down from generation to generation, civilization to civilization since time immemorial. Time is now quantifiable and measurable by the millions of previous past generations' core knowledge distilled down to a searchable database of time models and concepts. Time is mankind's greatest gift to the multiverse. When the first sentient human ancestor encountered the second sentient human ancestor, they exchanged the basic understanding of daylight and darkness. From that point on, an all-encompassing social agreement was devised to promote breeding and healing for countless numbers of tribes spread throughout the world. The first generation of human ancestors began to perceive the world. They shared many different understandings of time. Fast forward to our present generation. What is time? When human ancestors began theorizing time travel, did they see time as we do today? The rules for karma in 2012 have changed. The whole world vibrates at a much faster pace now. The world will be the same for us from a perception perspective, though it will cycle life stories much faster, now that the human species can exchange information in seconds rather than weeks or months. Just be who you are and continue to love all Earth Mother's creation as free-willed beings exploring the multiverse with hands, feet, mind, and spirit. Whole new realms of exploration are within the two-legged's grasp. It will take thinkers, mathematicians, atheists, scientists, philosophers, Christians, Hindus, Muslims, Jewish, Buddhists, Native American, and the rainbow warriors of the fifth world to come together as families, clans, states, nations, and all two-legged kind to manifest peace, unity, and harmony when we heal our Earth Mother as complete beings recycling the gifts of life. Recycling the gifts of life is the key to understanding this day, moment, and second we perceive time as an omnidirectional social agreement that extends to our brothers and sisters beyond Earth Mother's blanket of protection. Great Mystery reminds us we are free will co-creators in this dance of life. Sometimes the dance comes to a rhythmical pause. Can you recognize the pauses and sudden starts of this dance of life? When the fire of ceremony has ended and you've returned to your home, can you still connect to the dancer dancing the stream we all live in? Great Mystery lives within every great thing and every one. The forms may change, but the energy of creation remains the same. Great Mystery created Great Spirit to be the creative flow of the uniworlds, which include all levels of the universe and all understanding about the creative force of life. Great Mystery will never be solved. Today, at this moment in the time, the healers of the southern skies call to your inner child looking at the nighttime sky. We ask you to use this frame of spirit time as reference to rekindle the youthful spirit who is able to look at the sky with ecstasy and joy of a creative, exploring mind. Let your mind wander above the coming winter clouds. Soar above the cities and freeways. See the complete interconnectedness of the whole world, acting in symphony with all creature kind. This interconnectedness is root of all spiritual evolution, expansion, and development. All things born of earth are her children. All her children are blood relatives and kindred spirits exchanging life force as a community of spirits, expressing free will on this planet we call Earth. Some are aware and some are unaware. It is not your place to judge or misjudge. We look into the fires of creation past the point of no return in a world of infinite energies and continuous evolution and expansion. A single frame of human reference comes forward. Image of human and his interconnected DNA intertwines with all life force expressing free will. All incarnated beings can commune with their genetic code on a deeply spiritual and human level if they should choose to explore and free will the metaphysics of mind, body, and spirit. We ask you to include this into your weekly development patterns. As the winter solstice draws near, people will begin their process of recalling the last year, freeing up stagnant energies from months past. All experience this recalling of energy in a different way. It's written into our DNA so we can connect with the past events to learn, evolve, create, and co-create with all creature kind. As the days get shorter and shorter, the veil will be lifted from the eyes of many people. This veil will reveal the early twilight of winter nights. This veil will be the cycle of night and day. It has no more meaning than the rise and fall of day and night, a cycle that has been played out since man has looked at the stars. During the winter solstice is the time and place to learn where the magic still lives in your soul. Belittling this time takes away from our ability to understand our creative force within. Learn to recall energies during the dawn hours. Make a conscious effort to let go of old habit patterns as the light of new morning cycle comes over you. Learn how to let go of unanswered prayers as the sun goes down. There are times when we pray and yet do not send it to our highest level of spiritual expression. These prayers get stuck in the heart, cause strife and mental misconduct if they are left to fester for too long. Each prayer needs time with the placenta of great mystery. Allow this time into your life. It is not a stripping of ID, ego, or personality. It is the recalling of life events or memories in long-term storage. Let the stars above your head or the clouds floating in the sky be the silent auditors of your past year's fate, destiny, and expression of day-to-day life. This is not for those who use ceremonial time as their only means of spiritual expression. You must be ready with a system of prayers that help define your year and upcoming year. Healing is a process, not an event like the shortest day of the year. Now is the time to reclaim the prayer pipe from your medicine allies, relearning to pray in a whole new way that interconnects all past systems of personal prayer with your current method of spiritual locomotion. For a short time, the coming winter spirits will provide 2 opportunities to commune with the winter thunder beings. It will be your service to Mother Earth to be aware of thunder on the distant horizon. Thunder and lightning in winter is a rare gift of medicine during these times of personal change. Each rumble of thunder and flash of hidden light will be your opportunity to express to all living things your true nature unhindered by the camouflage of civilization. Each crack of winter storm thunder will aid you in understanding the self-created illusions. Friend Dragonfly will be your guide during these moments. She will come to you in spirit form because her body is now hibernating in egg time before she hatches a new generation of dragonfly. Learn from Friend Dragonfly during these times. Let her show you the flowers on the spirit trails or the waterfall where great clouds of gnats form a food chain cycle each time they gather in mass. What waits for you in time of confusion as new abilities and understanding take root? Learn how to tell your ever-evolving story to the winds. It will be your greatest service you can provide to Mother Earth. Tell her you are alive. Tell her your life story in spirit song. As you learn to walk in balance, Friend Whale will come to your medicine spread. Her song will touch parts of your body with vibration. This vibration will start a process remembering your past. Take the time to heal, learn, and prosper with Friend Whale as your new medicine teacher. Swim with her as part of the great pod of spirit whales exploring the universe with song. Dream on, brothers and sisters, me dreaming you and you dreaming me. We are the dreamers and the dreamed, dreaming this co-creation in an ever-present procreative moment of infinity.